Hi people, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new on my channel, press the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell because we have loads of tutorial to upload. My name is Tolu. Follow me on Instagram at TolexAfric. You can also follow me on Facebook at TolexAfric. So now we're getting down to business and I'm going to teach you how to make Ankara shift dress. You know that trendy, sexy and beautiful Ankara. Let's go. So let's get to work, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So for this tutorial, I decided to make use of this beautiful Ankara because it has two different types of prints, so it will bring out the design more. If you're unable to get an Ankara with two different types of prints, you could just get two different prints and join them together to have this effect. So I'll be using the lighter part for the upper part and I'll be using this flowery part for the lower part. I feel it will complement my skin better that way. So this is 2 yards of Ankara and I divided them into two because I'm a size 8 person. So this Ankara, the front is a yard and the back is a yard. So I folded each of them like this. First thing to measure right here is to measure the length of your dress, your desired length. So for mine, I want to use length 40 because I don't want it too short. So I'll use length 40 and I will add 1 inch to M for, so I will also add half of an inch for the shoulder joining. So in total I'll be making use of 41.5 inches, but the desired length is 40. So at the end of the whole thing we'll have length 40 for the dress. So make use of the ruler. So you mark both lines. So after that, what we do next is we come to our shoulder. My shoulder length is 16, so I'll be using half of 16 because I folded the clothes into two. So I'll use 8. Remember, I'm cutting the front and the back together. We have both of them right here. So for my neck, I really don't want it too wide, so I'll make use of 3.5 by 3.5. Then there is a slit at the center of the dress, like an opening. So I don't want that too long as well, so I'll make use of 4. If you want a little bit of cleavage out there, you could bring it down. So what you do right now is make use of your French cuff to cuff the neck. When you're when you're making the cuff for the neck, don't forget the front and back is not the same. So what you do is that you only mark the upper part on the second layer of the dress, I mean the back. This is the front. It's only the front that will have the slits. So that's it. So for the back, you measure 2 inches down. The back is usually not as long as the front. And we don't want it low, so I'll use 1.5. You could use 2 if you want. It depends on how you want it to be. So this is my back and this is my front. So I won't cut them together. When I get to the neck, I'll cut both separately because they are not the same at that side. So then to my shoulder again. From the shoulder point that I marked, I would measure my sleeve length. This is a kimono type of dress, so you don't cut a sleeve separately for it, you cut it together with the dress. So I don't want my sleeve too long as well, so I'll make use of 8 inches. So 8 inches. So what I'll do now is that from the point which I marked the 8 inches for the sleeve, I would mark 2 inches down because I don't want it looking straight. I want to create a shoulder slant on that part. So starting from my neck, not at the end of the shoulder, from my neck, I would connect this line to the 2 inches we made, like so. So right now I'll come down at the end of the sleeve to mark my round sleeve. Originally my round sleeve is 12. If I divide it by 2, that's a 6, but I don't want it tight. You know, it's a shift dress, so it has comfort in it. So I'll be making use of 7.5, which means I added an extra of 3 inches to my round sleeve measurements. So the next thing I'll do right now is to take my bust measurement and the hip measurement. So I'll come to my bust point to take the bust measurements. I explained how to take bust measurements in my previous video, so you might just want to check that out. Don't forget to subscribe as well. So once you mark your bust point measurements, you take your bust measurement at that point. It's the fullest part of your bust. So my bust measurement is 36, and dividing that into 4 is 9. So this is my bust. But because it's a shift dress, we won't use that. I would add an additional 2 inches to it because I don't want it tight. Or you could add 3 inches to it, but I don't want it too big either, so I'll be using 2 inches. Then again, you come to the fullest part of your hip, which is your hip point. Mine is 25, and you take your hip measurement on that point. My hip is 38, but I'll be adding additional, let's say 6. I want it to be free down there, so that's 38 plus 6 is 44. I'll divide by 4, and that is 11. So 11 inches. What you do right now is that from the hip point down, you mark it straight down to the hem of the dress. So we connected from the hip down to the hem, and right now we'll connect from the hip to the bust. We really don't need a waist measurement, so you connect with the curve ruler. It's not a straight line. And now you connect from that point to the sleeve. So you don't want it so straight, so you take in 1 inch at the end of the sleeve, and you connect. So now that we have connected all our lines, the next thing we'll be doing right now is that we will connect this, the sleeve part to the body part, so that it doesn't look too angular. For proper fit, what you just do is that you connect with your French cuff from the sleeve to the body. So when we are cutting, this is the line we'll be considering. You can see how the shape is, so that it's a shift dress quite alright, but there still needs to be this kind of beautiful shape for it to come out pretty. So right now what we do is that we'll be cutting our dress. So cutting, don't forget we have 2 layers for the front and the back. So you can cut the front neck first, sorry, so that you don't get confused. Cut carefully. And now you cut your back. cutting the front and the back together. Follow the curve at this point. Lay your fabric very well. Later still you use pin to hold the front and the back. So this is what our dress looks like. This is the back and this is the front. So now I'm going to make the slits for the front neckline. I've already marked where the slits will be. So that is not all for the tutorial. Right now I'm going to tell you how to make an interfacing for the fabric. So what you do right now is that you cut a little piece of the fabric, you fold your dress into two. So as what we cut, so we fold it into two and place it on the new fabric. I don't want to use a bias to turn it, so I want it neater and I don't want to see the seam outside, so that is why I'm using an interfacing. So I'm just going to follow the same neck measurement. So this is what it's going to look like after cutting the interfacing. So I'm going to put the right side and the right side of the fabric together, and now I'm quickly going to my machine and make the stitch and then iron. If you like, you can put a gum stay or air stay on the inner one. So I'm just going to do that right now and do the same thing for the back. This is the front and here is the back. So for proper finishing, I will make use of my hemming gum to make this stay with the body, so I don't have it moving around where wearing the dress. So what I did again is that I cut a band, so I'll be folding it and add it to the sleeves. You'll see that and understand what I mean soon. So I used my sleeve round to cut it. I'm going to be making a turn-up effect on the sleeve. I want it so beautiful. I can't wait to show you what the results look like. So after that, I'll just join it on the shoulder and also join it on the side. Now I'm even thinking, should I put pocket or not? Let's see. So this is what I achieved after I turned it. This is the band I was telling you about. So now I want to show you how to make a pocket. The dress is beautiful. Hope you subscribed already. If you haven't, this is a reminder, make sure you subscribe. So to get where my pocket will start from, I'll measure it and make sure it's on my half length. The start is on my half length. So I come to the side and notch, and I do the same thing on the other side. I want the pocket on both sides. So what I'm going to do next is that I have to join the pieces of my clothes. You know, I told you it's 2 yards, so I'll be managing what I have. Join side seam, no slip, no button, so beautiful and comfortable. I added some stones to it at the flowery part. I love my dress. Wear to church, to office on Friday. It's so beautiful and comfortable. So if you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Thank you.